Hello everyone and welcome. Are you tired of looking at a dirty walkway every time you step out your door? Have you tried to clean it with a hose and water and had very poor results? Well, today we're going to look at a pressure washer attachment that promises to clean dirty, filthy walkways and make them like new. Plus, on top of that, this unit also has the added feature that it can rotate to clean the underside of your vehicle. So if you live in the snow belt and want to clean the sludge and the salt from the underside of your vehicle, this unit may be able to help you deal with that as well. So if this sounds like an interesting product that may be useful to you, then stick around as we unbox this puppy and see if it lives up to what it promises. Alright guys, so when you unbox this puppy, this is everything you get. But before we get started testing this guy, be sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you get notified every time I unbox and test another useful tool or create some fun DIY project. Anyway, when you unbox this puppy, this is everything you get. Now this is the 2-in-1 under vehicle carriage and hard surface cleaner from Eveage, available at their website, link in description below. At the time of making this video, this kit retails for $189. Plus, that comes with free shipping, so you don't have to worry about the added cost of shipping. So what do you get when you unbox this guy? Well, you get the unit itself, you get the owner's manual that tells you everything about the unit, how to set it up, take care of it, all that kind of stuff. You get 3 wands to be able to hook your power washer up to this guy and use it properly. You get 3 casters that will be attaching a little bit later on, so this guy can roll around freely. And you get a wrench and some extra nozzles and O-rings and so forth in case you have a problem down the road. It has 2 nozzles already installed and 2 extra nozzles plus the O-rings so you can replace them if they wear out down the road. So you're covered for quite a long time with this device. It even brings extra parts for it. Now the warranty on this guy is 6 months, and the dimensions on this guy, the cleaning head like you see right here, it says 13 inches. The outer diameter when you install the casters and everything, you're looking about 17, 18 inches in width. And the height on this guy from the top of this connector right here all the way to the base of it, you're talking about 5 inches. So if you want to be able to put this under a vehicle, it needs to have at least 5 or 6 inches of clearance so you can slide it under a vehicle properly and not run into any kind of obstruction. So this is a dual cleaner for vehicle undercarriage and for hard surfaces. It's made from stainless steel, not sheet metal or plastic, so this will hold up very nicely and resist corrosion. And as I took this out of the box right now, this is not a lightweight. This guy is fairly heavy. You're talking about 5 or 6 pounds. So it's good and durable solid metal, not some cheap little plastic or thin cheap metal. It comes with 3 rotating casters, and the casters are very nice quality indeed. They have a nice sealed bearing right there, so they rotate very freely. You can't hear anything. And then the attachment is an aluminum piece right there. So again, fairly lightweight, good durability. You don't have to worry about it rusting or wearing out when it gets wet or any of those kind of problems like that. It has a replaceable hard bristle on the bottom, which prevents water from splashing up and so forth when you're doing cleaning, and it is replaceable. It has a nice little ring on it, a couple of nuts, you take it off, replace it, put a new one on, and you're good to go. Now this guy uses your standard 1/4 quick connect attachment. See right there, your standard quick connect on this side and quick connect on that side. So you can hook up everything in an instant very quickly, and it attaches to any standard pressure washer, whether electric or gas, anywhere from 1500 to 4000 psi of pressure output. So this unit is really great for cleaning hard surfaces like walkways, patios, decks, or even masonry walls. It's also great for cleaning the undercarriage of your vehicle to clean off any dirt, mud, debris, salt, oily residue, etc. You'd be amazed how much cleaning pressurized water can do. It's great for folks that live in the salt belt to possibly reduce rust by also being able to clean off the snow and the sludge and the salt that builds up under your vehicle. It's also great for folks that love to go mudding on the weekends. This will clean off all that caked on dirty mud in no time. Make your suspension work better and last longer by keeping it clean and keeping all that garbage off the underside of your car. So let's hook this guy up and do a little bit of testing and see how it performs. Alright guys, let's talk a little bit about some of the assembly process and some of the features that I found in this guy right now as I was assembling it. First of all, the easy part. Let's start off with the rods. You get 3 different rods to basically maneuver this guy into any position you want depending on what you're cleaning. Whether you're cleaning a patio floor or a wall or the underside of a vehicle, whatever it is that you want. So that's why this bendy one right here will come in very, very handy for any of those kind of things. Second of all, they all come together with quick connects. So it's very, very easy to do. Pull this guy back, slip this guy in, close it up again, and you're connected. You're hooked up. Same with this guy over here. Open it up, pop it in, close it up, and you're done. So your entire rod is all connected, and you can mix and match whatever shape you want to create to make it easy for you to get in just about any position that you want. So that's out of the way. Let's move on to talk about the unit itself. Now, the unit itself pretty much comes assembled and ready to use. The only thing you need to do is put on the 3 wheels that come with it. I will put on 2. I'll show you how to do the 3rd one right here in just a second. But first of all, a couple of things I wanted to point out. First of all, this connector is a swivel joint, which is very convenient and allows you to swivel this guy into any position that you want to maneuver it to get into just about anywhere you want. Second of all, this connector right here is not loose. It is attached. There's a piece of metal, a hanger, whatever you want to call it, that basically holds it in place. There you see right there. It's not going anywhere. It is nice and firmly attached right there. So it is secure. It's not going to fall out. It's not going to break. It's not going to get damaged. That's a very good assembly process right there. I like the way they did that. Second of all, let's flip this guy over and look at the underside. Now you can see right there, like I mentioned previously, it's stainless steel. It's nice and durable. This whole unit is a combination of aluminum and stainless steel because this is aluminum. And it flips around like that. And you have 2 nozzles, one at each end. And I already told you that you get spare ones too in case these guys give you trouble in the future. But each one is pointing in a different direction. One pointing that way, one pointing this way. That way, as it spins, you get optimal coverage of everything that you're trying to clean. So that's pretty good. What I pointed out earlier, that this bristle material here is replaceable. You can see right there that it is a band that you can replace it. You can take it off and you can replace it. If it ever gets matted or squished over or whatever the case may be, you can put a new one on here and you'll be good to go and everything will be fine and dandy. But this guy spins around very nicely like that, no problem at all. Now, as far as putting the wheels on, let's talk about this for a moment. The wheels, you're going to put it on here. And this guy rotates. And one of the things that you need to do when you put the wheel on, if you look at that part there, you'll see that it has a notch. The notch has to match up with this guy over here, because that notch is what holds it in place and allows you to rotate it back and forth with this little spring release item that it has right here. Use this guy to release it, and then you're able to rotate it around depending on what you want to do. Facing down, facing up, whatever it is that you want to do. To hook this guy up, all you have to do is basically attach it onto here, and there is a washer and a nylock nut. You put these guys on there, and you're ready to go. It's that easy to do. So you put the washer on it, put the nylock with the blue nylock pointing outward. You slip that guy on there. There we go. Thread that guy on there. And then you take your little wrench that came with it and you use that to tighten it up. No problem at all. The 13mm side is what tightens that guy up right there. And you're off and running. Make sure that you line it up. I have it twisted sideways to show you guys, but you need to line up the notch on there. Line it up and you're all set. Just tighten this guy up and it's easy enough to do. And this little wrench is not too bad. It's actually fairly sturdy. Most of the time, you get a cheap little sheet metal wrench that you throw away afterward. But this one, I'm going to keep. It's actually a fairly decent tool. So there you go. So let's go hook this guy up and do some testing. All right, guys, so let's do a little bit of testing with this guy. You see that I have it hooked up. I have all the ones attached, but I don't have it hooked up to a pressure washer. What I'm going to check right now is clearance. How does this guy fit under a lowered vehicle like a sports car? Now, my vehicle is stock height from the factory, but it is still pretty darn low. So does this guy work when you're cleaning low vehicles like sports cars? So you see that I have it pointing upward right now, like if I was going to do some undercarriage cleaning. And you certainly don't want to turn this guy on right here on the outside, or you're going to take a shower if you have it hooked up to the pressure washer. So make sure you do that when it's already under the vehicle. So let's slide this guy under there and see how it performs. Does it fit? Let's see. And yes, it does. It fits very nicely under a sports car. You can see right there, even with the outer body right there, you still have quite a bit of clearance. Now let's see, will it go all the way through? Let me get down even lower here and show you more. And you can see right there, all the way through the other side. I'm pushing it all the way to the extent as far as the rods will go, and I'm having no trouble whatsoever. You see that it reaches out there without any difficulty. So there you go. The rod is what you hear dragging on the ground. You have to lift it up so it doesn't drag. But aside from that, it has no trouble. It's not hitting the car. You can see daylight right there. It goes very nicely. So as far as clearance goes, it passes that test without any problems. Let's go do some cleaning outside. Alright guys, so here we are outdoors, and this is a section right here that I'm going to use for demonstration purposes. You can see how dirty and crusty and everything it is. I mean, all the dirt from years and years of being outdoors have pretty much gotten embedded in the pores of this concrete right here. And this is just normal, this is just the way it looks. So I'm going to use this section right here to clean it. I'm going to do half of it and show you exactly what it looks like. So here we go with the pressure washer, and I'm going to give it a couple of passes. I'm not going to go into a huge amount of work right here. I just want to see what this guy can do right off the bat. Obviously, if you want to go longer and further, you can spend a lot more time doing it. And I should point out that this is only a 2000 PSI pressure washer. If you have a stronger one, all the way up to 4000 PSI, you could probably get much better results. But as you can see already, even through the water, you can see the difference that it's making, that this bottom half is going to look a lot cleaner. You can already see it right there just through the water. I'm going to dry this up and come back a little bit later on when it's all dry, and we're going to see the difference. But you can see that right off the bat, it makes quite a difference, even with a fairly weak pressure washer. And here you can see, if you want to see what it looks like when it's shooting the water up in the air like you're cleaning the undercarriage of your vehicle, it puts out a heck of a lot of water. That's why you definitely don't want to stand in front of this guy, because you're going to take one serious shower and you could cause injury. So never stand in front of pressurized water. So there you go. That's how it looks when it's shooting water up into the air. And here we are, a little time has gone by. This area right here has dried up, and you can see what a difference it makes in just a couple of passes. I did not spend a whole lot of time cleaning this area right here. I'm sure if I spent more time, I could get it even cleaner than that. And a stronger pressure washer would probably do an even better job than mine. But right there, you can see the clean and the dirty side. This guy did a fairly decent job in cleaning up this area. So there you have it. Alright guys, there you have it, a very useful 2-in-1 pressure washer attachment tool to help you clean the exterior hard surfaces of your homes, plus to clean the underside of your vehicles. I think this device lived up to what it promised. It cleaned the outside hard surfaces of my home with minimal effort using a simple electric pressure washer. Plus, I'm sure if you use a stronger pressure washer, you can get even better results. It's also great for cleaning off any salt, snow, mud, or built-up junk from the undercarriage of your vehicles, your trucks, your cars, your SUVs, ATVs, and motorcycles. A very versatile, all-purpose pressure washer attachment for a minimal cost. Check out their website for complete details. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.